Political reporter Marianne Ahern is in the studio with the very latest. Marianne?
Good afternoon. Previous Chicago City budgets were passed in early November. Now we're down to less than a month, and the process is still very much in flux. It started out as a $300 million property tax hike, then cut to $150 million. The latest proposal is now perhaps half of that.
I will negotiate the details around this budget, but I will not negotiate my values.
Mayor Brandon Johnson stands by no layoffs. But how will he fill a nearly $1 billion budget hole? It is still far from clear.
We've seen the mayor apparently go from a $300 million deficit down to a $68 million deficit in a matter of weeks. If that number magically appeared, then he could continue to go lower so that we have no property tax needed.
I believe that we will pass a budget before the end of the year. No one wants to drive the city of Chicago over a cliff, and postponing or not passing a budget by December 31st puts the city at a great peril.
Aside from the budget uncertainty, the mayor's team also faces questions on why it took more than a year from the first complaints about his communications director, Ronnie Reese, and harassment allegations that Reese was let go. Reese worked alongside Johnson at CTU and during his campaign for mayor.
There are allegations that have been brought to an individual. I'm not in a position, and nor will I succumb to litigating anything that is ongoing.
Johnson blames a process he inherited about handling the complaints, but the Lightfoot administration passed enhancements to the sexual harassment laws more than 2 years ago. The mayor wouldn't answer why his chief of staff, Christina Pacione-Zayas, recommended gathering in a peace circle as a remedy to those complaints.
We are committed to creating, and I say creating, healthy, safe working environments for all of our employees here.
Also today, two former staffers who worked for Ronnie Reese in the communications department who were fired more than a year ago and were placed then on the do not hire list, that they were just removed from that list. As for Reese, the mayor would not say if he will be put on the list. Alex?
Thank you, Marianne.